When a woman discovered a corpse behind her while getting ready in the bathroom, she noticed a watch stuffed in its mouth showing 10 o'clock. Strangely, no one seemed particularly concerned. Later, while taking a walk, the man in the wheelchair found another body in a store. As the group discussed this discovery, an alarm clock on the shelf suddenly rang. When an agent stepped forward to turn it off, he inadvertently triggered a mechanism that set off a chain reaction. Before anyone could react, a bottle of liquid nitrogen tipped over, instantly freezing the agent solid before he shattered into pieces. The alarm clock was pointing exactly to 10 o'clock. No one had expected that what was supposed to be a training exercise would result in actual deaths. When they tried to contact headquarters for help, they found their communication devices had no signal. Even more disturbing was the discovery of a watch on the pool table showing 12 o'clock. The detectives began to panic, realizing this island visit wasn't a training exercise at all. The curly-haired detective remembered there was a boat at the dock, so everyone rushed there. However, as they approached, they triggered another trap that blew the boat to pieces. Fortunately, no one was injured this time. Refusing to wait helplessly for death, they returned to base and armed themselves from the weapons cache, also grabbing heat sensors. Oddly, the sensors detected only themselves and a few wildcats on the island, no one else. The group sat together drinking coffee as the time crept closer to 12 o'clock, with everyone growing suspicious of each other. Suddenly, the crew cut man pulled his gun on Big Black, revealing he had found detailed maps of the island in Big Black's room. The others also drew their weapons and pointed them at Big Black. But as the clock struck 12, everyone felt dizzy and passed out. 5 hours later, the detectives gradually regained consciousness. They handcuffed Big Black and demanded to know if he was the killer. He defended himself, asking, "If I were the killer, why would I also be drugged? Could it be the person who made the coffee?" It was then that everyone noticed the blonde guy hadn't woken up. When they tried to shake him awake, they discovered he was dead. They also found clues left by the killer, a series of numbers and 2 watches, both pointing to 6 o'clock. Was this a warning that 2 people would die next? Everyone grew increasingly panicked with only 20 minutes left until 6 o'clock. They locked Big Black in a bedroom with the wheelchair man standing guard while the remaining 4 detectives desperately tried to decipher the code on the wall. Just as the clock struck 6, gunshots rang out from downstairs. The wheelchair man had heard something outside the door and went to investigate when suddenly the water pipes burst and light fixtures fell. Live electrical wires touched the ground, sending electrified water surging toward him. The wheelchair man immediately abandoned his chair and climbed up a pipe. Big Black, still on the bed, had nowhere to escape. He called for the wheelchair man to throw him his weapon. After breaking his handcuffs, Big Black shot several holes in the wall, kicked through them to create openings, and climbed up. Just as the wheelchair man was about to fall, Big Black cut the power, saving him. The 4 detectives from upstairs rushed down. Since it was already past 6 o'clock and Big Black had saved a life, he was cleared of suspicion. As everyone examined the scene, the curly-haired detective explained how the killer's mechanisms worked and went to shut off the water valve. Suddenly, several metal swords flew through the air, impaling him, claiming yet another victim.